Hello, this is Jeffrey, and I'm popping in here to tell you about the wonderful fiction podcast, The Amelia Project. Have you ever daydreamed about disappearing and starting over? What if there was a company that provided that service? That's the premise of the comedy fiction podcast, The Amelia Project. It's a show about a secret death-faking agency. In each episode, you hear a new client being interviewed, and the dilemmas that bring them to the death-faking agency are in turn funny, thought-provoking, or downright surreal. I think if I was going to fake my own death, I'd probably go with something like Lost in the Mountains, hiking or mountaineering or something like that, just disappearing into thin air. Anyway, the show is unique and tackles philosophical questions and impossible dilemmas with a lightness of touch, always making you laugh. Since it's a series with an overarching plot, we recommend you start with episode 1, and you'll soon be hooked on this weird, funny, mysterious, and exciting show. You can find The Amelia Project wherever you listen to podcasts. Please go check it out. Thank you, folks. That was something, huh? All right, thanks again for coming out and supporting some new and
New York City, March 2027. 1 year, 2 months, and 22 days since the first man to be able to do magic went public with his abilities.
Okay, well, we're going to keep this moving, so please buy yourself another drink and make sure to tip your bartender and your waiters with just, reckless abandon, okay? All right, next up, a new name for the roster, and she didn't really tell us much about what she's going to do, so if this is terrible, it's not my fault, okay? Nah, just kidding, folks. I'm sure she's going to be great. But without further ado, please put your hands together and help me welcome the Silver Witch.
Hi, everyone. I am the Silver Witch. Witch. He just said that, but you're gonna want to remember it, so I'm saying it again. Silver Witch. So I know that this is supposed to be an evening for song and poetry and spoken word, but I have something a little different, and God, I remember taking the train into the city when I was 15 and sneaking into this club. I saw a 19-year-old Emily Morrison playing Gemini right here, solo, just her, and an acoustic guitar, and that's one of those things that changed my life forever. This is a really sacred place for me, and I couldn't fathom starting things anywhere but here. So, if you'll indulge me, I was wondering if I could do a magic trick for you all. Is that okay?
Go for it, man.
Thank you, sir. Those were the words of encouragement that I was hoping for. First of all, my friends, allow me to assure you that I would never sully the stage here at the South River Tavern by doing something as cheap as a trick. No sirs, no ma'ams, and no your honors. Everything you're about to see is absolutely real. That is a guarantee. Which is why I've rolled up my shirt sleeves. You can now see that I have nothing up them with which to fool you. Oh, I highly encourage you all to take out your phones and record what is about to happen. You are about to witness something astonishing.
Get on with it.
Oh, how quickly the tide turns, sir. I thought what we had was special. But your wish is my command. I will get on with it. But I need a volunteer from the audience. Is anyone feeling brave tonight? Very good, thank you. Ma'am, could you please pick a card? Any card. Thank you. A very courageous choice, if I may say so. Now, please, make sure you can see what card you chose, but I can't. It is very important for the magic that I don't see what your card is. Understood? Very good. Please take a look at it now. Excellent. Now, would you agree that there is no earthly way for me to know what what card you just chose. You do? Good. But that is all about to change. Just as soon as I say the magic words. Everybody ready? 3, 2, and... Iria cero corazón. And now... magic. Ma'am, look at me, please. Your card is the 2 of hearts. Yes. It is. I know. Go ahead, please, show them. Thank you, everybody. You're very kind. But I'm wondering if you caught what really happened there, because the magic was not in the cards. No, not really. Anyone? You know, it might make it a little more obvious if I just get rid of this. 1 second. There. No more microphone. But you can all still hear me, right? Even without the mic?
Even though my lips aren't moving anymore? Yeah. You can all still hear me. Because right now, I'm speaking directly into your minds. And if this is too much for anyone, you're welcome to leave right now. Otherwise, I'd love to do some magic for you all. Anyone want to go? Okay. In that case, let's get started.
Audacious Machine Creative presents The Harbingers. Created by Gabriel Urbina. Episode 2. The Season of the Witch.
When Dr. Blackwell first became aware of his supernatural gifts, he surrendered himself to the U.S. government. When he announced himself to the world, he did so through a newscast. When you announced yourself, you did so by going to a bar.
Don't say it like that.
Like what?
Like I got drunk and went for a joyride. I didn't go to a bar. I went to the South River Tavern. Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, and Bill Hicks all performed stand-up there. Eduardo Gallego played his first American show and got arrested there. Joan Baez, Carl G. Lansing, Dar Williams, Corinna Bruhl, Emily Morrison.
And now there's a plaque on the stage with the words Amelia Stirling on it.
I'm a big fan of history, especially when I get to be a part of it.
My original point still stands. Dr. Blackwell went about the unveiling of his powers as if he was disarming a bomb. You went about yours like you were tossing a hand grenade.
Our situations were different.
How so?
For starters, Adam's announcement wasn't about him. The story there was, magic is real. And by the way, here's the guy that can do it. The headline with him was magic. With me, the headline was Silver Witch.
And this was important to you?
Of course it was important to me. It would be important for anyone who had thought things through even a tiny little bit. Second, Adam had scared the crap out of everyone. We'd had a year of living in a world where some weird dude at a university could wrap relativity around his thumb. I needed people to see it as something that could be wondrous and amazing, fun.
Why?
So that I could make a difference with it.
So that you could make a difference with it?
No, not... Here where I'm putting the emphasis. So I could make a difference with it. Because, point number 3, different people, different powers. Adam got Shral da Keren, the ring of movement. I got Shral da Siren. He does physical, I am hearts and minds.
And you think that's less scary?
No, but come on, have you seen me? I'm cute as a button. Who could ever be afraid of me?
Let's talk about your abilities for a moment. Physicists have described what you can do as a form of anomalous perceptual cognition. The earliest reports described you as being at the center of a kind of nervous network. But
They didn't say enough about how clever what you were doing was, or how good your dresses looked while you were doing it.
That was not cute.
Come on. That was a little cute. Let's keep it simple. I can share thoughts, or I can read minds, if you'd prefer. I can hear your thoughts in my head, and I can put my thoughts into your head. That's what I can do.
What are the limitations of your abilities? You say you can read my mind. Could you see, say, a memory from my childhood?
That depends. Are you thinking about it right now? Look, whatever this ring makes me able to do, my brain is still basically a brain. It responds to electricity and stimulus. If the right part of your mind isn't lighting up, I'm in the dark. Of course, there's an easy way around that problem.
And what's that?
I could go, hey, Miss Skinner, think of something from your childhood. You grew up on 70 West 95th Street, right here in Manhattan. Your parents' apartment had pale blue curtains, and they kept spider plants on the windowsills. See? I basically work off the pink elephant's principle. Humans can't control what pops into our minds. I've learned that the hard way.
From what you're telling me, it sounds like you can control what pops into my mind just fine.
Exception to every rule.
Okay. You can put thoughts into my head. But could you do something more complicated than that? Could you make me angry, for example?
Oh, I don't need magic to make you angry. Just give me, 5 minutes and 2 more bad jokes. Yes, I could make you angry by sharing a thought. I could make you sad. I could make you laugh or cry or want to scream. Emotions are one of the easiest things to manipulate in a brain's biochemistry. That's most of what my shows are. Just emotional manipulation.
Tell me about your shows. You're the second person to be able to do magic this side of the BCAD line. And you've spent the better part of 4 years using said magic to entertain people. Why?
Because I have a gift that lets me bring people together. And in a world as divided as ours, that is more than enough justification to do anything. And I don't need to read your mind to know that you didn't like that answer.
Oh, it's a perfectly good answer. It's so good, in fact, that I've seen it turn up in at least 24 interviews that you've done over the past few years.
What? Did you just...
Yes, Miss Stirling. I'm asking you things I already know the answer to. I'm a lawyer. It's what we do. But, just between the two of us, what's the real answer?
The real answer is that I get on stage because I can do what every writer, director, actor, and comedian has spent all of human civilization trying to do. You know what that is?
You can tell stories?
No. The story is just the delivery mechanism. It's just the thing that gets us from A to B. What we're really after is synchronization.
Sorry, you've lost me.
Think about it. That feeling of experiencing something with other people. Every movie we've ever made, every play, every concert, each one's been an attempt at getting 1,000 different people who have had 1,000 different days to feel the exact same thing at the exact same time. Because there is something really potent and really intoxicating and really meaningful about feeling something as a collective. About those moments that make us feel less alone. Thousands of years, people have been breaking their backs trying to get close to that feeling. I can do it by muttering 3 words under my breath, and I can do it perfectly for everyone, every single time. Why did I make my debut on a stage? Because I realized I had the greatest show on Earth.
You know, Miss Stirling, most of the times in my life that people have described that feeling, it hasn't been at a film or a play or a concert. It's been at a political rally.
Yeah. I know. Is there a question?
Yes. The question is, do you think of what you do as entertainment?
New York City. Wyndham Hall, Amy Stirling's dressing room. June 2027, 3 months after the first public appearance of the Silver Witch.
So, news reports have called you everything from a scientific anomaly to a spiritual disruptor. But at the end of the day, 10 minutes from now, you're going to get up on that stage in front of an audience and perform for them for an hour and a half. So, do you think of yourself first and foremost as an entertainer?
Okay, first of all, I have no idea what the guy from the Herald was on about with that spiritual disruptor thing. That was wild. I mean, what I do with my magic is a form of entertainment. I get on a stage and I entertain people. What I bristle at is, I don't know if it's just entertainment. I think something can be fun and moving. It can be fun and have big ideas or make you think about something in a new way.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, wait, real talk for just a second. Was that answer just the worst, most pretentious thing you've ever heard?
No. Not even in the, top 50. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Oh.
I just have a few more questions. And thank you so much again. I really can't thank you enough for squeezing us in right before your show. I'm sure your schedule is crazy right now.
Oh, please. I'm thrilled to have the chance to talk to you. I've been reading in depth since I was an obnoxious 14-year-old girl.
Thank you. That really means a lot to me. So, there's been some confusion over what exactly your shows are. Months after your debut, some outlets are still referring to you as a singer.
I know, and could you promise me that you'll print that I do not sing? No singing at all? It would be really helpful, actually.
Yeah, consider it done. But, I think part of the problem is that people have never experienced anything quite like what you do before. So I'm wondering, for anyone who hasn't seen your show yet, can you describe what it is that you do?
Well, I get on stage, and I introduce myself, and I cast a spell. A spell that lets me project thoughts into the minds of everyone in the audience. And I can just imagine the happiest you've ever been, the warmest, safest, most full you've ever felt. I make people feel that way. And then I make them laugh harder and longer than they've ever laughed. And I make them feel that rush you get in your stomach when you realize that someone's in love with you. And when I've done all of that, the first 5 minutes of the show are over. And there's another 85 to go.
So, I have to ask, you are not without your critics. For example, comedian Eric Henderson.
Okay, here we go.
I know, I'm sorry, I have to ask. So, Henderson saw your show and, went on a bit of a...
social media rampage?
Yep, not inaccurate. So, he called what you do, quote, an insult to his profession, and said, again, quote, what is happening on the stage at Wyndham Hall is nothing less than a destructive act against the arts. If you believe that the sole and only point of a joke is to make you laugh, then the Silver Witch is here to make your vacant dreams come true. Those of us, however, who understand that the point of art is not to elicit a reaction, but to share a perspective, will also remember that we already have a term for empty stimulants that can force a physical reaction. We do not call those things entertainment. We call them drugs. And those who offer them, peddlers.
Yeah. Ouch.
So, dare I ask if you have any comment on all of that?
I mean, look, Eric Henderson has always been a provocateur, so here he is, provocateuring away. And that is fine. It is a free country. He's totally welcome to share what he thought with whoever wants to pay attention to him. Am I destroying the arts? No, I don't think it's either or. Just because I can do my thing doesn't mean that he shouldn't do his thing. And just because I can make someone laugh with magic doesn't mean they shouldn't listen to his stand-up. We can have both, and I think we can be stronger for having both. And if he ever wants to collaborate on something, I will slide into his DMs like that. I mean, how is that?
I mean, very diplomatic. So I guess we could call him your predecessor, Adam Blackwell, is notoriously understated with his displays of magic. You, on the other hand, are going on tour. So I'm wondering, do you see what you're doing with these shows as a reaction against his approach?
I don't think about Adam enough for anything I do to be a reaction against him. Do you know what the definition of magic is? Something that can be perceived, but cannot be explained. I think there used to be a lot of that in the world. And then we got very, very good at explaining things. But I think there's something about the experience of seeing something that is beyond what we can understand that really affects us as humans. And it has nothing to do with it making you happy or excited or even afraid. It's literally awesome. It fills you with awe. And in that awe, we come together. That's what I'm trying to do.
5 minutes to places, 5 minutes to places, everyone.
Oh, sorry, you two. I really need to finish getting ready now. Have you got everything you need?
Yeah, I think so. Just give me a second to... Yeah, no, I'm good. Erin, are you good? Did you get all the shots you needed? Okay, yeah, photo's good too. So I think we're all set. Thank you so much again. It's been such a pleasure to talk to you.
Amazing. This has been great. Do you know how to find your way?
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay, let's take a look. That is fine. That's okay. Let's straighten that out and... Hey, Bobby, I know, I'm cutting it really close, but I am all set to go, and... Oh. Okay. Not Bobby the stage manager. Not Bobby the stage manager at all. Hi, Adam.
Hello, Amy.
The Harbingers will be back after these messages. And now, back to the Harbingers.
What else do I need to know about your abilities? What are your limitations?
I'm surprised you haven't asked Adam about that. He'd be thrilled to tell you about all of the ways in which I'm limited.
You started at the South River Tavern, 22 people in attendance. 3 months later, you had your 8-night residence at Wyndham Hall. That's a 1,500-person capacity. Last spring, you headlined a show at the Estadio Monumental in Buenos Aires. 85,000 people. Just how many minds can you be putting thoughts into at once?
I don't know. It gets harder when it's that many. At a certain point, it's like trying to yell over, well, a crowd of 85,000 people. Your mind starts to go the way your voice would. Much has been made of the fact that the bigger shows are shorter. That's why.
But strictly speaking,
and as far as I know, there is no upper limit. I need to be able to see them, or at least be around them. I can't just share a thought with someone who's halfway across the world. But in terms of the number of minds, sky's the limit.
You're very careful with those words. Share a thought. That's the third time since we started that you've used that phrase.
It's what I do.
Is it? Do you control people's minds, Miss Stirling?
No, I do not.
You control what they feel. You control what they think.
Okay, one moment. First of all, everyone that comes to my shows does so to experience the magic I can do. Everyone knows what they're getting into. Nobody, trips and falls into one of my performances. And secondly, what they're getting is an emotional journey. Nobody walks out of there going, gee, I don't know where this thought that I should give Amy Stirling $1,000 came from, but it's sure there now.
So you've never used your magical abilities for personal gain?
Because I can do magic, I am one of the most famous and influential people in the world, not to mention very wealthy. It would be enormously spurious of me to say that I have not used my magic for personal gain, but I don't control people.
Spurious. That's a good word. You're talking like a lawyer.
You're rubbing off on me.
Okay. Let's put aside what you've done for a moment. Let's talk purely hypothetical. You can put a thought in my head. You can make me hear your voice in my head. Could you put a thought in my head and make me hear it in my own voice?
I think what you're really asking is if I could put a thought in your head without you realizing that it wasn't your thought.
That is precisely what I'm asking, yes.
You know, I bet that you wear that suit, or one just like it, every day that you come into work. Who put that thought into your head? What about the one that says that you should smoke a cigar after you win a big case? Or the one that says that men will take you more seriously if you drink a whiskey instead of a martini? I will bet you an hour's worth of your pay that you find a reason to hang around when a pretty, tall man with blue eyes is talking, and that you speed up if you cross paths with someone on the street when you're alone late at night. And tell me, why do you feel weird about having a piece of cake as your breakfast, but okay about a muffin? Why do you look down your nose at people who lost their savings on Bitcoin? Why do you put up little lights in your apartment just because it's December, or send people cardboard hearts just because it's February, or carve a stupid face into a stupid pumpkin just because it's October?
What's your point?
That I'm not the only one that can put a thought in people's goddamn heads without them realizing that I'm the one that put it there.
Okay. Anything else? Feel better?
I don't know.
You and Dr. Blackwell are more alike than either of you would like to admit.
Oh, now you're trying to make me mad.
Women, by the way.
What?
I find a reason to hang around when pretty tall blue-eyed women are talking. Just a note for your little speech there. Otherwise, very compelling.
Damn it. Sorry, that was...
I think I got the answer that I needed somewhere in the mix, but just to make sure I've got it right. Could you put a thought into my head that I don't realize came from you?
Yes. I could.
Admirably succinct, Miss Stirling. I applaud you. Okay. You need to be around the person. You need to be able to see or perceive them in some way. It gets more taxing the more people you project onto at once. Any other major limitations we should cover?
Well, what are you doing here, Adam?
Well, the show is getting good reviews. I happen to be in town. I figured, why not?
I meant, what are you doing here, Adam? How did you get backstage?
Oh, I don't know if you've heard, but these days I have a real talent for moving things from one place to another.
Really? You're actually doing that with yourself now.
No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. I gave a guy $50 and he let me in. You need better security.
Asshole.
Please, Amy, you think I use my magical powers on a human being? Don't you realize how wildly irresponsible it would be? Oh, wait.
Oh, fuck off, Professor. I know what I'm doing.
You don't, though. You really don't, Amy. You're doing a thing that nobody has done in thousands of years, if anybody ever did it before. We don't know if it has lasting effects or long-term harm.
Everyone has been fine, Adam. In fact, everyone has loved it. But I'll take your very touching concern under advisement.
Where the fuck did you even get a Harbinger ring anyway?
It came in my cereal box. Where do you think, Adam?
I just find it so ironic. The woman who yelled at me for focusing on understanding my magic instead of using it to change the world gets magic powers of her own and just uses it to put on some little show.
Yeah, but here's the thing. My little show, as you call it, is about 10 times what you've done in 1/10 the time you've had magic. But hey, don't take my word for it. Hang around. Watch the show tonight, then we'll talk.
I already saw the show. I was here yesterday.
You were?
Yeah. Was maybe 6th or 7th row from the front, stage right. But with the lights and everything, I didn't think you'd seen me.
Okay. And? What did you think?
What did I think? I mean, I could tell you, but where's the fun in that? Come on, Amy. You want to know what I think? Why don't you just do your thing?
Are you kidding?
Dead serious. Go on. Let's see a bit of magic.
Are you sure? Well, iria le core ronden. What the?
Yeah, I thought that might happen.
Iria le core ronden. I can't do it. I can't read your mind.
Yeah, you couldn't last night either. I didn't hear anything. Didn't feel anything. I just stood there for an hour and a half while the woman next to me cried her eyes out and the guy behind me pissed his pants.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. We're working on it. Adam, what the hell?
I wasn't quite sure what to make of it, but I think that...
Teleport this. This lock of my hair. Teleport it anywhere, 2 feet in that direction.
Amy, that's...
Just so we know.
No, Amy, that's still connected to you. There's too much...
Oh my god, you know you want to know, but you just do it!
Bryn faré olin.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
Amy, there you are. Holy shit. Come on, you were supposed to be on stage 3 minutes ago.
I'll be right with you, Bobby. Adam, what does this mean?
I don't know, Amy.
Okay. Right.
Amy, we really gotta go.
Go on. Can't keep the people waiting.
What it means is we're immune to each other's magic. I can't touch him, he can't touch me. Not while we're wearing these things. Anyway, it's, I don't know, magnetic repulsion, or waves neutralizing each other, or maybe just the universe having a hilarious sense of irony.
You can't change his mind.
And he can't snap his fingers and send me to the bottom of the ocean. Exactly. I don't know if that's awfully convenient or conveniently awful, but here we are. When it comes to one another, you have to do things the hard way.
Except, you do that a lot, don't you? I spent a lot of time talking with Dr. Blackwell today, and a lot of that time was spent hearing him complain, really, about how you don't think he's done enough since his grand unveiling to help the world.
He hasn't.
How anyone with power has a responsibility to fix whatever they can before it's too late.
They do.
Well, let me be blunt. Why haven't you just shared a thought with the President of the United States?
I mean, that's...
Or the Supreme Court? Or the Senate? Or the UN? Or...
Because I don't do that. I don't... It's one thing to make you say some words. That's a party trick. It's another thing to make someone say or do something that is against their nature.
Even if their nature is monstrous, even if what they're doing is monstrous, even if they would... There's a line.
There's a line at taking someone's free will away from them, and I don't cross that line. And even if I did, okay, think it through for a second. I find the vilest, most Bible-thumpy, gay-bashingist, anti-environmental protectionist, most fire-breathing Republican in the House, and I make him vote for a bill that defends the rights of the poor, the needy, the disenfranchised, and the Bambi. What happens when I let go? You think he's not going to realize that something came over him?
What evidence would he have? Surely it would be up to him to prove the link between you being present and...
Oh, you think the court of public opinion would care? Because I think buildings would burn down.
So are you saying that you don't control people because it's wrong? Or that you don't control people because it doesn't work long term?
I'm saying, Miss Skinner, that I've thought long and hard about this. Trust me. I do want to save the world, but I also think that we need to choose to save it. I have magical powers, and I have done my best to be as loved and as popular and as famous as I can be because that gives me a platform. It lets me speak to people. I change hearts and minds, and maybe if I try very hard and I get very lucky, I get to really change some hearts and minds, and that is how I save the world. Okay, can that be it? For tonight, it's getting late, and I think I'm done.
Can I ask just 2 more questions?
Yeah. Fine. Shoot.
Ms. Stirling, since you first revealed the existence of your magical abilities 3.5 years ago, how many times have you been shot?
I have been shot 1 time, Miss Skinner.
And in that period, how many times have you been shot at?
3 times. I have been shot at 3 times in the past 3 years.
Thank you, Miss Stirling. That'll be all for tonight. We can pick this up again tomorrow.
This has been The Harbingers, created by Gabriel Urbina. Come back tomorrow for Episode 3, 7 Devils. Today's episode was written by Gabriel Urbina. It was directed and sound designed by Jeffrey Nils Gardner. It featured the voices of Lauren Grace Thompson as Amy Stirling, Andrés Enriquez as Adam Blackwell, Emmy Bean as Claudia Skinner, and Robin Amer as Elizabeth Kleinman. Today's episode also featured the voices of Dallas Hawthorn, Clayton Faits, and Jeffrey Nils Gardner. Our original score was composed by Nicholas Podany. Recording engineering and dialogue editing was by Zhuolin Wu. Our original show art was created by Cassie J. Allen. The executive producer for the series is Eleanor Hyde. You can learn more about the show, see a timeline of the events of our story, and become a supporting member at audaciousmachinecreative.com. This is an Audacious Machine Creative production. Thank you for listening.
Today's History Tidbit. On October 15th, 1991, Isabel Roser and Shira Langholtz published the first edition of Linguistic Principles of the Day Tongue and the Night Tongue.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.
Welcome to Magenta Presents, a new horror anthology hosted by me, Madam Magenta. We begin with the 5-part miniseries Ghosted, starring Beth Eyre and Lucy Roslin. Perched on a rain-battered cliff edge is a former lighthouse.
It's a charming, quirky boutique hotel.
Owner and sole occupant Beth has spent months renovating, absorbing its essence into her bones.
It's an old building. You'll get used to it.
But to Beth's horror, her first guest is a figure from a past she has tried to forget.
Kira?
Beth? What the fuck? Face to face for the first time in years, the pair must reckon with old mistakes, old grievances.
Beth, speak to me.
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
And something else.
Oh, I can't bear it. What is that noise?
Because the lighthouse has a past, too.
Beth, he's right there.
Why is there blood on your hands?
We need to get out of here.
Kira! Kira!
I can still see him!
Subscribe to Magenta Presents wherever you listen to podcasts. See you soon, fans of the esoteric. Bye!
Magenta Presents.